Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Calling. I'm your host Indranil Basu. Today we have SRH versus RCB, another run feast. We have, yeah, are we ready for it actually? I mean, just imagine all the big hitters are there in RCB, uh, in SRH. RCB, of course, not getting too much of help from someone a big hitter like Maxwell. Virat Kohli is scoring his right on top. Uh, Even now, I mean, the way that his team is performing, he must be really, really unhappy. Look at the number of runs he scored. My God! And because it's RCB playing at home, which is Chinnaswamy Stadium, it's a place where run feast happens so often, and that's why both the teams will display their best sort of aggression. Best sort of. I mean, you have to put your best foot forward, and SRH is also already in top four. All pressure is on RCB, on Virat Kohli, on the hitters they have in their team. Because whoever will hit maximum sixes, it's quite simple. That team will win. We saw it last night. What happened? Dhoni came, scored 20 of four deliveries, and simple. CSK won by 20 runs. Joining us today, we have a senior journalist Nilanjan Datta. We have Abhijit Sarkar, former CEO of uh, Sara Pune Warriors. Welcome, gentlemen. Abhijit sir,
Hi.
I mean, run feast, run feast, run feast. That's what which comes to my mind. What else is coming to your mind?
Whenever you are mentioning RCB, the only thing is coming in my mind is that why did they release Yuzvendra Chahal? When they can think of releasing Yuzvendra Chahal, this will be the state of their bowling. Because the only batsman who is playing is
Huh,
Virat Kohli. And one more thing
yeah.
is coming in my mind, when Yuzvendra Chahal is being released, it cannot be without the consent of Virat Kohli. So that also surprises me a lot. Surprises me a
And
lot.
no one called him.
So,
At least,
yeah.
I mean, no one called him.
So if that is the why I raised this issue, because that is the base. If they can think of releasing Rajendra Chahal, then that team's bowling will be in this state only, which they are facing. Because their bowling is in bad state. The only two batsmen who are playing is number one is Virat Kohli. Maybe because of that, the RCB is a cash-rich company, so they are very much satisfied with their brand positioning with Virat Kohli. So, they are content, and because of this media rights, so they are satisfied as far as the profit is concerned. Also, even if they go down the order, so but they have to win. For winning, they have to form a team. For forming a team, they have to do the proper positioning. You are bringing in Will Jacks, making he's debuting, he's making a bat at number one, he's an opener. You are dropping Cameron Green, the highest, the person whom you are retaining, the dear friend of no pun intended, a friend of Virat Kohli, and of course he's friend with lots of Indian players, and he has not even scored 50
Oh,
runs. And now he is saying he is injured. So maybe the Australians have the habit when they are not scoring, they become injured very easily. Even there is the minor injury. So so maybe because he's injured, he's making a saying that he's injured. Maybe he will be dropped today. So there is no option for RCB to drop him because he has already scored four ducks. So if this is the state of RCB, I'm sorry to say that I feel they're out of contention from this year's IPL with
but
this bowling
Abhijit
attack.
sir,
But yeah,
don't forget that Mr. Maxwell is a world champion. I mean, let's not forget that.
I'm not in it,
So
but
you'll
he
always
has to
carry that. You know,
look. He is a world champion, but he has to perform for his IPL team. The only once he performed was with the Punjab when the Punjab reached the final, and he failed in the final. The Punjab lost. Till the final, he was performing very well. That year was his best year of my Maxwell, as far as I can recall. After that, it has been average, not below average, average. So he has to perform for his team. If Maxwell, like Mumbai is depending upon their batting, not the bowling. Although still they have Bumrah. RCB didn't ever have that because Siraj is absolutely off form. So in that case, if they are depending on their batting has to perform. The top three, the
but
Virat
but
Kohli,
but
Maxwell, Faf, Cameron Green. So they must have bought them with a plan. So if they are bought, then that plan has to be executed. If their batsman is not
All right,
executing
all
their
right,
plan,
all right. We will
okay,
take Mr.
yeah,
Datta's perception
yeah,
on
go ahead.
Virat Kohli and his team. I mean, where are we going to see a run feast tonight? Are we going to see a very soft, sublime Virat Kohli? What we are seeing, he's calling Gautam Gambhir as Gauti Bhai. So all those things are happening. It's right in front of us. We can't deny it. He's mellowed down with age. We all mellowed down. I mean, there are people like me and not Abhijit sir, but who get aggressive and want to play the game, go out there, enjoy life. So yeah, I mean, people differ. But Virat Kohli
You
is
are quite old.
your
You
thoughts,
are
Mr.
quite old for that. Quite old for to be say aggressive. So anyway,
Age is just a
Dylan,
number. It's about mileage, sir. Don't never forget that. It's about mileage.
that will speak later. Let Niranjan speak.
Okay.
Avijit is always young. The pink color always reflects that. So, sir,
Pink of health.
absolutely not. Definite,
Uh,
definite. Pink of the mind, pink, and the health is always pink, and
and
stay
there is a
likewise.
pink
Why
slip
not?
also. They say, right? Pink slip.
That's exclusive from your side, not mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, as Sir Avijit sir very rightly points out, nothing's going right for RCB, and it's not been the story only this season. They have, over the years, been struggling. They have a top-heavy approach. The Galacticos are always there. If you strike a direct comparison to Real Madrid, the Galacticos, all these star-studded players, it's not worked for them. So the top-heavy approach, not putting fingers at anyone, but if so long despite it not working, the approach hasn't changed. What is the club management thinking? And I think so, sir, hit the nail on the head when he said maybe they are content with the brand value that Virat Kohli and the other so-called hitters bring to the Royal Challengers Bengaluru to the club. Maybe that's what they are cashing on. They are not that much serious. It's not the top priority to be obviously getting into the IPL final and winning it. Everyone wants to win. Uh, so it be so that if we are still not able to retain them, kind of build a team which has huge on paper, huge potential on paper, exceptional brand value. Because let's not forget that the commercialization of the sport and cricket, especially Indian cricket, always have gone hand in hand for all the right reasons. Why not? No complaints on that. So they are encashing on it, that maybe because that's what it feels and seems on the surface, because the strategy hasn't changed. Dada said it very rightly. If you can release Chahal, who takes these decisions? Is it the so-called mentor of the team, the so-called star of the team, or the others not much willing to be speaking or meekly surrendering in front of him, the technical team or the management, whatever it is? The strategy needs to change. On the field, Virat Kohli has never been having all said all of that. Has never been tamed at all, and I do not expect him to be. I expect him to be more aggressive, whatever the outcome and the result may be, because that's the way he's played his cricket. I'm a huge fan of Virat Kohli, but I believe we all are. But what is happening, and it's for everyone to see.
Yeah, Virat has to be aggressive as I am. I mean, when I'm doing whatever. But Abhijit sir, slow bowlers hitting slow bowlers is it tough? How do you see that? Because Mohammad Siraj is been very generous with his spells, and he's giving away runs. He's sent on the leather hunt quite often, more often than not. But I mean, how do you see this? Do you think slow bowlers? We saw last night Hardik Pandya not using slow bowlers, and he was penalized. He came to bowl. We'll talk about that later. But how do you see that aggressive Virat, the aggression? If it comes out the way he used to do when he was a captain, there was a different RCB. There was quite pacey. This year, the pace is missing.
If you need to have a good bowling attack for that, where are the spinners? Where are the
Yeah,
spinners in their attack?
slow bowlers.
So slow ball. Look, any team, at least 8 or 12 overs, they have to be have good. They need to have good bowlers. Again, you will say that I raised the keep on mentioning Gujarat Titan, but see, like Rashid Khan,
I think you're
Noor
buying
Mohammed.
stakes there.
No. I may if you give me money. Noor Ahmad,
Huh.
Rashid Khan, and Mohit Sharma. 12 overs, at least these three bowlers are bowling well. In the case of RCB, Siraj is not bowling well. And what about the other bowlers? They are keeping
Yeah,
on
you have
changing
to have slow
because they are
bowlers.
slow and there is no spin attack. And
True.
whichever team
True.
has a not good spin attack, like in the case of Sunrisers, Sunriser is equally vulnerable. Let me tell you. In spite of it, they have a very senior pace attack. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Cummins is there. They also don't have spinners, and their bowling attack is equally vulnerable. They have a very destructive batting lineup. Travis said and Abhishek Sharma and all the other Klassen and Makram, all that. That's there. But in the case of as far as bowling is concerned, they are equally vulnerable in this ground. If the RCP batting clicks, they can hit any run. They can chase any target
True. True.
against the Sunrisers bowling attack because their spinning attack is also weak. Because there is little whatever. Virat Kohli is a great batsman, but as far as with a plan, the spinners are able to pin him down, and whichever
True. True. And
team
that's
the
why,
good
Abhijit
spinners are
sir,
there.
that's why I've taken to slow bowling. I've stopped bowling fast.
You
I
have no
bowl slow.
options.
That's
You
the
have
reason.
options. The way your weight is you're gaining weight. You have no options to go. Maybe after some time, you have to just stand and bowl. So you
Remember,
cannot even
slow and
run.
steady
So
wins the race. Remember that, sir. Don't forget
there
that,
is only
please.
there is only one blessing in disguise. I'm tempted to raise this because you use this
Yeah.
word. Age is in the mind, and I will ask Nilanjan to also comment on this. That I was just
Yeah, please.
thinking that when the T20 format started, people said that it is youngsters' game. Only the youngsters can excel here. But we have been proven wrong. See Dhoni. See Rohit Sharma. You just see Virat Kohli.
See
It's
me.
a, it's
See
a,
me.
it,
I'm
it,
still
it,
playing.
no, you
It's
are
all in the
too
mind.
old for them. Too old for that. So all in the mind, all in the strategy. Because even as far as batting or
Ah,
not in the spin bowling department also, and even in the captaincy aspect also, I have not seen very extraordinary youngsters coming up. All the seasoned, the old timers, all 42 years old Dhoni, 37, 38 years old, 36, 37 years old Rohit Sharma, again 36-year old Virat is not a captain batting. So all these great players, they are performing. That is
absolutely.
proven wrong. That is proven wrong. That T20, when we used to say, when okay, T20 is only for the youngsters, that has been totally
No,
proven
no,
wrong.
not at all. Look at me, sir. Not at all.
So
I
you
completely agree
can
with you.
you can be that ball thrower in a IPL team. You
No, no,
can
no,
be
no.
that.
Listen, I am still playing Premier Division cricket. I'm taking wickets, so don't take me lightly. If you do it, it's never the bowler, it's the ball you're facing. Remember that, sir.
That is
People often make that mistake.
Premier
No,
division
no,
gully
no, no. It's
cricket.
a DDCA league. Don't
Gully,
insult DDCA,
gully,
please.
no,
I'm few
gully cricket,
meters away from
gully
Firozshah
cricket,
Kotla. Please
gully,
don't insult
gully
DDCA.
cricket needs you. Gully cricket needs you. Anyway,
No, no.
let
I'm
Nilanjan,
too
then Nilanjan
I'm too
comment
young for gully
now.
cricket. But Mr. Datta, I want to hear your perspective about SRH, the hard hitters. They have the Makrams, the Klassen. The way he goes around doing his business. Um, uh, I mean, how do you see this team? They have been blowing hot and cold, as we have spoken earlier. Also, they are not consistent as they should be, like a Chennai or a Rajasthan this season. I mean, they are really consistent. So look at the Klassen's number. I mean, he's just not, and the average is good. He's just a newbie. Of course, he's not playing that many matches, but he's getting better and better in T20. And now that he's not playing international cricket, I think Test cricket he's taken off from Test cricket, I guess. He will be globe trotting and playing all those T20 leagues, and he's dangerous. Your thoughts on SRH and Klassen and company?
See, they have kind of played the Dhandanadan cricket to perfection, if you ask me. I believe they scored the highest run in this IPL so far, 270 plus. Exact number I
277.
don't remember. 277 against Mumbai
277.
Indians.
Yes.
277 against Mumbai Indians. They have crossed the 200 mark, and they have been crossing it almost consistently, if I may say. And in the slow on the smallish boundaries of the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru, means obviously they would not be leaving no stone unturned and be backing themselves to the hill, because that has given them the much needed, what do I say, much needed momentum if to go ahead so far. That's been their story. They are susceptible because their bowling has not been kind of challenged, especially the spinners. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has been inconsistent at bit whenever he has been challenged in the IPL history, going back, if not this year. So it would be interesting what Dada said about the age factor. What is age? Age is nothing. You look around all over the world, the superstars are always playing, the superstars will always be playing. So
Absolutely.
you are a mega
Absolutely.
star.
So right.
I'm only
So
speaking about
right.
the superstars. I'm speaking about the
Yeah.
superstars, not the mega stars, which Indranil is. If you look at any sport
Dekha.
and
Dekha. Did you see? Yeah.
Indranil is George Best.
Indranil is George Best. Maybe he's taking inspiration from CR7 nowadays. Cristiano Ronaldo doing the
Ronaldo,
ice
yes.
bath maybe for half an hour each and every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Installing that ice room in his in his house. I believe that's being done.
No, I get into the refrigerator straight away. Because I'm quite
How
slim
how
also, right?
how
So I can
how
do that.
how how, how big is the refrigerator? 680 liters,
Quite big.
1680
Quite big.
liters.
So yeah, I mean it's so relaxing actually. But come and play with us. KKR is saying, Abhijit sir, I want to know from you. And KKR are beating a formidable side. I mean, you must be really, really unhappy. And the way LSG played last afternoon. What are your thoughts? They're
Look,
missing Mayank. When
look,
is he going to be fit?
look, look, I'm not giving any excuse. First of all,
Uh,
they
you
played the next
shouldn't.
match within
In cricket, you shouldn't give any excuse.
no, they played a match within 1.5 days. First of all, maybe they were
Yeah.
too tired, but that should not happen
Mm,
again for professionals like KL Rahul and other Stoinis. But the way they played, if you score 69 runs in the middle overs from 7 to 16 overs, then you cannot win a match. In that also in Kolkata, because that was the pass score in the Eden Gardens is 190, and you score
yeah.
160. And you change the order of Badoni, who scored 50 in number six, number seven, to face the spinners, and he scores 29 in 27 balls. So your plan fails. KL Rahul, I don't know, but it was weird. They were what plan they were playing to, and they were hitting and getting out in bulk. So if you score that only that many runs in those middle overs and you score 161, you are not going to win against KKR at least. And of course, the KKR bowling attack, they really bowled well, bowled to a plan. When even LSG was changing the brain, but they knew how to target. If I'm really worried if Puran would have not scored, what would have been the score? Puran was a saving grace because Puran ultimately scored. That's why they were able to score 161 because there were no plan. They didn't play to a plan. Maybe that's why I'm saying not an excuse, but of course I'm very impressed with Shama Joseph. That was his first match. See the pace and the swing. During your younger days, I think Indrani would have got inspired. But anyway, now he's like your son's age. So, but he's uh, really good bowler, good potential, and Mohsin
I,
also after coming back bowled well. But I think I'm very disappointed with the way Krunal Pandya is bowling. I think the way he bowled to especially to Salt,
hmm.
because Salt is not a very good player of Spain, by the way. But the way
How do you know
they
that? How
were
do you know that?
because
You bowl
as
to
per
him.
the I have not
Okay.
bowled to him, but I know the feedback. As far as the feedback expert, because I keep on reading, I don't barge into the nets and try to bowl and without any knowing about which grip to hold and which not to grip. I don't do deliberately. Now can't hold the ball and start bowling carom ball and all that. So instead of carom ball, it will become a badminton ball or
But
whatever
you're
it is.
getting
So
your basics wrong, Abhijit sir, because basic says old is gold. Remember that. And I'll take that question to Mr. Datta. Old is gold. MS Dhoni. Do you think it's his last year? I don't think so. He's as I remember those uh, those movies, Sylvester Stallone movies, the Rambo one. Not it wasn't Rambo. Was it when Rambo gets old, he gets powerful. He loses speed, but Dhoni is not losing any speed. His speed, his reflexes, his hand-eye coordination. And his power hitting is even better than what we saw when he was playing for India.
Well,
Isn't that
old is
the
gold, definitely. Old is gold, definitely. One complaint about MSD would be from my side, come up the order. You are playing there to enjoy. You have handed over the captaincy. You have handed over the captaincy. You have left your legacy. Means while playing, how many players can do it? Mahi, MSD, Dhoni, the chance go on. He's pushing him back the order. Fair enough, giving chances to the other youngsters and the others to go there and perform. But when you are playing for a franchisee and the kind of uh, connect which he did yesterday shows that he still has it in him. Obviously, has it in him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have continued in the IPL. Come up the order. That's number four or at least number five. Don't push yourself back and keep elevating others. I'm not demeaning the others. This is a huge complaint from my side, and I expect CSK as they move ahead that he needs to be coming up the order, not as per the situation. The fear factor of Mahendra Singh Dhoni being there on the field, play your natural game. That's the kind of X factor which they should be utilizing him more. And old is gold. My goodness, आया कनेक्ट किया मारा चला गया भाई कैसे कहाँ बॉल करे उसको.
Yeah, true. So true. I mean, of course, one team, CSK, which is always being scared about one particular player, and that player got 100 yesterday. So I was thinking, Virat gets 100, his team loses. Rohit gets 100, his team loses. I think both should open in the World Cup, Abhijit sir.
Look, I will ask an interesting question. Has Rohit scored a century against his future team?
Which is what?
So you should
Which
realize
is
what I'm asking.
Yeah, but
Has
why? I
Rohit?
mean, you're giving it to youngster. Why will you get a Rohit Sharma? I would rather see a Rohit Sharma going to Rajasthan Royals because they
No, no,
have
no,
that
no,
sort of a
no, no.
template.
Because there
Someone
is
who has no. I'll tell you why. Because Rohit Sharma is a perfect case for Rajasthan Royals because they have a template where they have a Shane Warne they had in 2008 was a mentor, player, uh, coach, everything. So Rohit could play that role probably. They did with Rahul Dravid also Rajasthan Royals, and Rohit is getting better in the kind of time he's got. Those his
but
sixes are too good. I don't think Abhijit sir anyone can play that sort of short ball and can dispatch them
no,
with so much of perfection. He's just too good.
the any ball. Look, I will. I think few months back. No, I think few weeks back when I think the PSL was going on. All the Pakistani players, all the Pakistani experts was all speaking uh, full of praise of Rohit Sharma. Nobody can make a pull like Mustaq Ahmed was saying. The greatest puller I have ever seen. Hafiz was saying, but when the ball that come, we used to just defend when we used to play, and Rohit comes and hits it for a six. So he's the greatest puller and puller cut with the way he the way he was hitting the ball yesterday. It was unfortunate that he didn't get support when your own their captain is in the last. I think I just noted down in last matches. First he came in number four. Next he came in number five. Then after that he comes in number six. But he keeps on changing the batting order. If you keep on changing the batting order, how the other players will settle down?
But who knows
So
who is changing the batting order because Mumbai has so
Hardik is the
many.
captain. Look,
But
I'm
that's a
supporting.
namesake only, sir. Captaincy, only one captain we had in IPL. That was MS Dhoni. Everyone is
Yeah, yeah.
just the
Look,
face of it. They are
look. No,
captains.
no, no, no. Rohit,
You
Rohit,
know
Rohit,
that. You know that.
Rohit.
You also ran
You
a.
need to.
You tell me. You ran a team in Pune. Did you allow him, the captain, to do the thing? There were always
That was a
interventions,
different
right? There were
scenario.
all.
That was a different scenario. Here, Rohit won five trophies for the Mumbai team. So it is Rohit didn't
Yes,
win the
you
one
have to
trophy.
give him that. Yeah.
We have to give him that. So, but when if you cannot look, I am not in favor of Hardik being good, but these are very casual and immature decisions. Because if Hardik knows by now, Hardik should know where to bowl to Dhoni. He was just bowling the balls as if the way Dhoni was MS was hitting. He
Mm.
after one sixes, he should have realized where to bowl and where not to bowl, and that also he coming in the last over. It was his call. So why he bowled the last over? You are changing your batting order. You're bowling at the wrong time. So then you will be hit. So
And then
you are
Shreyas
giving him
Iyer,
a.
Shreyas, not Shreyas Gopal. Sorry, I beg your pardon. There were two
So yeah,
Shreyas
so
playing in the two different parts of the
yeah,
parts of India. So Shreyas Gopal
yeah,
bowled only 1 over, gave nine
one
runs,
over.
took 1 wicket,
Right.
and he was not called in again, and that was surprising.
Again. So that you cannot say that the dugout instructed him. If the captain is not letting him bowl, well, you can't help it. So if
All right, so you
that
you
is
see
going,
you see
because
captain.
yeah, there is something some because I find it very weird because
All right.
what is Hardik doing to himself? Why changing his own batting order when he
Yeah,
was doing
true.
very well in GT? The GT became
Huh.
champions because when he upgraded himself. He should take the response and that fixed the order. There are so many good, prolific batsmen in Mumbai.
True. I
So,
take your point. Yesterday also, Chennai Super King, Mr. Datta, they don't change the batting order, at least the top order. They tried with Rahane. Rahane is from Bombay, playing in the familiar condition. They thought Rahane could give a start. It didn't work out. But how tough is it to be a Hardik Pandya today? Mr. Datta, please explain to me. Give me a proper perspective towards that. It's easy to boo. It's easy to blame anyone that he's not. He's crumbled under pressure. Biggies are saying like that off the field. But I mean, it's very tough to go out there and perform. Go out, and Hardik has done that. Been there, done that. So how can you
Sir,
question someone who has been there, done that? He's a proven player. So your thoughts?
you need to be doing that again and again because you are a
That's
professional
the point.
player, not demeaning anyone. Because
Hmm.
why are you there and why we are not there? Because we are not capable. We are doing our job and everyone is accountable. Having said that, it's not to say that he is not accountable, but there are phases in a sports person's life, and the
Hmm.
biggest I can relate it to one another guy, a world megastar. In fact, was flashy, was captaining the England football side. David Beckham was booed after 1998 because he kicked a certain Diego Simeone in the 1998 World Cup match against, what do you say, against Argentina, which eventually England went on to lose. So much so that each and every time he touched the ball, even at Old Trafford, playing for Manchester United, Beckham was booed. But he still went on. That showed how strong mentally he was. He went on, captained England, took them to the World Cup. Obviously, couldn't win the World Cup. That's a different situation altogether. Went ahead and played for Real Madrid, was very much in demand. Um, he faced a similar situation. So it's when such a situation comes up, if you ask me, entirely my perspective, you need to be backing yourself. You need to be exceptionally mentally strong and look back to the positive parts which you have done. मैं
Yeah.
हार्दिक पांड्या हूं, मैं देश को कप्तानी किया हूं, भाई ये सब मेरे लिए कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होता. But the arrogance, because he's a flashy guy, maybe is he being misunderstood because and people are feeling that he's becoming arrogant. And in such time, it's best to go back to the basics, not try too many things which might bring in unwanted pressure. And let me tell you, however hard players want to explain to the entire outer world that we are not into social media, we do not need newspapers, सबसे ज्यादा वही लोग देखते हैं. And that pressure, it hits your head. I've seen it. Even from the footballing perspective, which is staff status wise in comparison to Indian cricket, absolutely nothing, has no stand at all. But the pressure of social media and the media, they cannot handle. And here we are speaking about cricket. My 2 cents about the entire issue. Dara can
Very well said.
means add more perspective.
If you can add something before we wrap up the show, sir.
pardon?
No,
What
no.
did you
If
ask?
you want to add more to this, because it's seen, it's not being,
Look,
it's not easy
look.
to be consistent in T20, and then you have to, as Mr. Datta is saying, you have to come over and over again and do the same thing. Perform. It's perform or perish. But when you talk about a team, I remember Argentina. We were in school when Maradona won the World Cup, and after that they didn't win for more than 3 decades, and then they won it in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But whenever there was a World Cup happening, I'm sorry, I'm bringing in a little bit of football and cricket calling. Whenever a World Cup happened, the first jerseys to go out of stock in those venues where World Cups were hosted, was Argentina T-shirt. So is it like this? RCB going the Argentina way? Like, I mean, Argentina at least won something, but RCB has not won. Women team, they have won something. Women cricket team has won something. But your thoughts on this?
Look, I was just hearing the word old is gold. So the old, I just said, I remembered that old is gold wherever Dhoni is playing, all the tickets are sold. So
Yeah.
that is the situation. And but instead, I would have expected some young cricketer coming up, the craze going, the people running after him. But still, wherever Dhoni is playing, all the tickets are sold. Same is happening and on 19th. There's a match happening in Lucknow. None of the tickets are available now. From today only, it is 15th. So no people are running after tickets, but they are not able to find it
But there will
anywhere.
be tickets
Uh,
with you. I know. You'll have
no, no,
tickets
no.
in your bag.
The
I know that.
don't
You're in Lucknow. I know that.
don't announce it on public
Okay.
digital way. So, but as far as just now, I was reading. Michelle Stark was asked that you were the highest paid, you are the highest bought player. So he said, no, 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 I don't read newspapers, so it doesn't affect me. So, but if that's not the case, I agree with Nilanjan that in that is the biggest example I would like to give is why the people. That's why they say that why Sachin Tendulkar is the greatest. Whatever these players are playing, the amount when Sachin is to enter the ground and the responsibility on his shoulders and the whole ground is shouting Sachin, 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 and then he comes on the ground and against such great attack, McGrath and Brett Lee and Shane Warne and all that, and he scores hundred after hundreds after hundred. So that's why Sachin is the greatest. The pressure you are able to take on yourself. Look, I will give you a simple example. It's not with Hardik Pandya. Earlier, when Hardik Pandya was playing,
Please go ahead. I think there is some internet issues. Uh, Mr. Datta, if I can get your closing comment on today's match. Of course, RCB, as I said, RCB being. Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Datta.
Let's hope for a. Dada is back. I was eagerly
No, no,
listening
you were
to him.
saying,
Avijit sir,
okay,
please
okay, let
continue.
him complete the
Yeah,
thought. Yeah,
yeah.
before we
Avijit sir,
wrap
please,
the show.
please.
so what were you asking? Did you ask something in between?
You
This
are
is
saying
what
something
happens when you
about
get old.
Sachin, about.
This is what
Come
happens
on.
when you get old. You forget
अरे
things.
that's such an
No.
interesting perspective दादा बोल रहे थे सर. You are speaking about Sachin entirely
So,
taking the responsibility
so,
on his shoulders.
so,
Carry on, sir, please.
Sachin, and then I come down to the present age. People like Ryan Parag. People were saying, yeah, Ryan Parag is an attention seeker. Sometimes dancing, sometimes, of course, we are playing down the order. Moment he started concentrating, moment he started performing in the domestic circuit, and he was upgraded or upgraded up the order, he started performing. So you have to carry
True.
your responsibility if you want to become a superstar. The you have to be very calm and quiet. The way you carry yourself. Like I think it would have been better. Hardik would have played uh, instead of going and practicing, bringing in Ishan Kishan with him and practicing with his brother in his close coterie in Baroda or wherever it is. He should have, if he would have been played one of few matches in the domestic circuit, if he would
Very
have
well
given him
said.
a,
Actually,
it would
yeah,
have
yeah.
been given a,
True. I mean, if you want to be in the game, you have to
you
play the game. Simple.
if you come like a flying like a on
I
the
got your
chopper
point.
and
It's a very,
land.
very, very pertinent point you have raised. Amazing. Amazing, really. But you want to say something before we wrap up the show, Mr. Datta?
Wrapping up the show should always be the honor of Avijit sir because I love to listen to him. But just taking a cue from what he said, time to show responsibility, time to soak in the pressure from the RCB perspective. They are playing at home, soak in the pressure and show what you are capable of. That's what Dada said. I'm just adding a line to it.
And of course, it gets really easy if the team is behind you under these situations. But we'll go back to we'll go back to today's game. SRH versus RC. We'll give that combined 11, uh, which with the people who are playing fantasy cricket. I hope it's helping them. So we'll go with SRH versus RCB. Travis said, of course, he's our first man. He's a world champion batter. We have Abhishek Sharma getting better with every match. Uh, Markram, Klassen. We have Virat Kohli, the man who is already got that distinction of scoring maximum number of runs in IPL. One of the leading scorers in T20. So he's in our top picks. Glenn Maxwell, I still back him because he's a world champion player. Will Jacks, Dinesh Karthik. And we saw how Rohit was teasing him the other day. World Cup ko ticket chahiye isko. Ticket to World Cup. Yash Dayal, I'll back him. Pat Cummins, captain of SRH, and Vijay Kumar. Uh, so he's a fast bowler who can also bat lower down the order. This is our top 11 picks, and we've seen them doing well. Abhijit sir, thanks as always. And remember, old is gold. I remember we are in midst of a very important IPL game
Not for
today,
not
and
for the very old.
hopefully,
Not for the very old like you.
okay,
Old is
okay,
good, not
yeah, all
very
right.
old.
All right, all right. I'll take that on my. People say a lot of things. That's what Hardik Pandey should do. You just hear it and just take it out, and then keep doing what you're doing. Believe in your process rather than in the results. Thank you, Mr. Datta Abhijit sir, coming on cricket calling. As always, it's great fun having sharing the banter like this, and we'll continue doing this for rest of the season. Be assured about that. Take care. Good day, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.